So my name's David. I live in the Caledonian Road area of Islington. I was diagnosed as bipolar last year. I used to work in IT until 2005/6. The stress was getting worse and worse to the point where I couldn't even get transport to work. I had to walk to work. At the same time, I was alienated from my young daughter and had gone through courts and stuff, so there was an event there that caused a lot of emotional turmoil, and it just got too much, and eventually I just went a month without going into work. I had in my head that not to claim housing benefit. Obviously I needed to. I've been paying rent. It was a significant amount of rent as well, and I just couldn't get round to filling it in because I felt like I was taking money, you know, from people. This whole narrative about, you know, you can't ask for help, and if you do, you're a scrounger, certainly affected me. I ended up moving in with my brother. He's has schizophrenia. So we're living in a crowded one-bedroom flat. I spend a fair bit of time caring for him. We kind of, you know, look out for each other, but yeah, it's a difficult situation, and it's, you know, it's not great for me because it's not necessarily the day-to-day social interaction that would be healthy. Just going to the shops, these may seem like simple things, you know, just dealing with those minor things that get people down. Now, if you're in not a good place anyway, these sometimes small things, like you get a letter through the door from the local authority or whatever, it might not be anything. It might just say, we're checking up, and you know, this can send you off. And there's no real allowance for that, and this creates, yeah, it just makes things pretty hard to get through. Going through the assessments that we both got worse, I can certainly see it with him. So he would go to various places before, and now he goes out a lot less, more panic attacks. He's more worried about what's going to happen with his money. I mean, it's always, are they going to cut my money? Are they going to cut my money? And you have to lie to him and say no. He has a serious condition, and it's not his fault, and these things can develop in anyone. There's no acceptance of the idea that, you know, you can do something some days, you can't do something other days, but the fact is, in the world of work, that if you have a disability like mine, it makes it a lot harder to find work. What happened to me was when Corbyn became leader of the Labour Party, this caused a lot of hope. So I did start to get involved more politically, and through that I've become disability officer for my local party, which means that I can help people. Even if you can't, you know, get out of the house some days, you can write emails. I can write fairly well, and that has helped socially. I genuinely think that the way things are going, there will be a collective guilt that will affect this country hugely, because people will realise what's happened. They are starting to realise it, and they will eventually make the connection between the government's policies and these things that are happening. You know, it's not just these things that happen at random, or because there's so many people or whatever, or because there's a deficit. It's not that. It's ideological policies targeted at the most vulnerable.